Post out of the meeting.
So everybody, we are going to start to do, the thing is today is fraction. And I think everybody should know how to do fractions as well, right? So I'm going to just review the things. So Serena, can you tell me, we have learned, so when we talk about the fraction, could you please tell me anything like pop up into your brain? What is the most important thing about?
There's improper fraction and mixed number.
Okay, very good. So they're like regular fraction and improper fraction, for instance, 9 over 2, and there's 3 and 4 and 1 over 3, correct? Okay, so we could calculate plus, minus, times, and division for all of these questions, correct? Okay, so now my first question is, so I'm going to give you 6 questions. So everybody, you have not a lot of time to do it, okay? And as our teacher assistant, Elaine, you're going to entitled of calling the student who do which questions, okay?
Okay. How many students are there?
Today's 5. Okay, so everybody, 6 questions, very quick. We just warm up our brain.
Wait, uh, when you're dividing it, is it the front that doesn't change or is it the back that doesn't change?
我不能提醒
Okay.
你。 Okay, so does everybody finished it? Okay, so I'm going to ask Elaine. Elaine, could you please call somebody to do the first question?
Violet.
Violet. 怎么了？Violet 昏过去了。Violet 昏过去了。Violet 干嘛？快点。
This one. First one.
So first one is very easy, just a butterfly. So 3 times 5 and 1 times 5 plus 3 times 5 and 2 times 3. So the answer is 5 plus 6 over 15. So the answer is 11 over 15. Correct? Okay, so next one. 3 over 4 minus 1 over 3. 3. So who wants to do this one?
Me.
Okay, Elaine. Elaine 坏的要命啊，先把简单的做了哈。Okay, Elaine, can you tell me the answer?
It's 17 over 28.
Very good. 17 over 28. Good job. Okay, number 3. So who wants to do this one? I think number 3 is pretty easy. Elaine, you can call somebody.
Serena.
It equals 3 over 12, which is also 1 over 4.
Okay, so Serena, when we do those questions, I just want you did it perfectly right. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with the thing. But in case we can just save yourself a lot of time, Serena, think about it. So we have the top is 1 times 3, right? So we don't have to really write it down. All we need to do just to put them into your brain is what? We have a 1 times 3 here, correct? On the top, numerator. And there's 3 times 4 for the denominator. So we can divide it by 3, both the denominator and the numerator. So we have what? 1 over 4 directly. Can save you some time. And the thing is, take a look at this one. If we have a lot of numbers putting together, for instance, 5 over 12 times 3 over 10 times 4 over 15 and times 1 over 2, okay? Just something like that. So all we need to do is we don't have to, so 3 divided by 3 equals 1 and 12 divided by 3 equals 4, right? And 4 and 4 are gone, so 1, 1. And 5 and 10 equals 2 and 1, so we have what? 61 over. Get it? Can save yourself a lot of time. So
Okay.
number 4.
Daniel.
15 over 18.
看看 So 3 and this one, so that's the same thing. We can 3 and just to divide it, so it's 1 over 6. Correct? Okay, so number 5, Oliver, very good. I want to pick Oliver as well, Elaine. What a coincidence. Okay, Oliver, can you do that? 3 over 5 divided by half.
6 over 5.
6 over 5. Very good. So Daniel, it is 3 over 5 times, we change the division to times, and this one reciprocal, 1 over 2. So
Yeah, I got that.
okay, very good. Okay, so how about Daniel do the last one? How about Elaine?
16 over 3.
Okay, 16 over 3. There. We take a look at this one. So this one is 4 over 3. And times became time, divided by time, okay? So what is the reciprocal of 4? It's 1 over 4. Yeah, so that's why 4 and 4 and gone. So the answer is 1 over 3. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay, get it, everybody? Okay, so now everybody, you're doing 1, 2, 3, last question. So we're going to move forward to today's learning, okay? So 4.5 divided by 9, 2 divided by 2 over 3, number 3, 4 divided by 3 over 8. Sorry, what I'm doing, times. Okay, so 3 questions. Finished, everybody? Okay, so first of all, when we're doing those questions, Violet, take a look, okay? So we need to transfer this mixed number into the improper. Very good.
Violet is frozen.
And times 1/9. So the answer is 1/2. Serena, did you get it right? Yes? Okay, good. So 2 times 3/2, and 2 is gone, so the answer is 3. And last question, I'm very tricky and I'm a very bad teacher because I think, oh, everybody, you think it is times and division. So I'm just to squeeze a times question here. So it is 3/8. You don't have to do anything. Divided by 4 equals 1. Divided by 4 equals 2. So the answer is 3/2. Okay, everybody. So this is so far the warm-up. Okay, so everybody, we're going to move forward to today's learning. Okay. So today we're going to learn something looks very scary. Okay, probably it's gonna never showing up in your school's math. Okay, so when we're learning fraction, everybody think, okay, I'm just doing the calculation. It's so easy, right? But the thing is, what if the calculation looks like the layered cake?
Oh.
Right? It looks like the layered cake. Have you ever tried this one? Did you go to this the bakery store and you see those the wedding cake? It's just a layered, right? So I'm calling these questions like layered cake questions. Okay, so it's layered quick questions. Why? Because you see, it's almost like the layered cake, but put it upside down, correct? Okay, so now everybody, so when we're doing questions, for instance, so 3 plus 4 equals 7, or 7 plus 3 minus 3 plus 8 and times 2, we all know that it's from left to right, right? When we're reading, we read from left to right. But the thing is, when we're doing those questions, from bottom to top. Okay, so everybody, we're going to do the first layer first. So what is the thing? So the process is really important. Is like what? So 3 and 1/5 equals 16/5. So this one's 16/5. So 1 over. So 1 over equals what? Just a reciprocal. So it's 5/16. Okay, I'm going to stop here and let you copy here.
Why did you change? Why did you flip the 16/5?
Because the question, Serena, you take a look at this one. So the bottom is 3 plus 1/5, right? So it equals 16/5. But the question is 1 over the whole thing. So when you have 1 over any fraction, so basically it's just flip the denominator and numerator.
Okay.
Understood, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to move forward. Okay, so now the question became, what is 2 plus 5/16? So the answer is 16. 32 plus 5 equals 37/16, correct? So 37/16, 1 over the whole thing equals what? Equals 16/37. Okay, I'm going to stop here and let you copy these.
I don't like these questions. It takes a long time to take notes.
So everybody, if you copy this down, could you just make a guess what is the final answer? So 1 plus 16 over 37, it is equals to 53 over 37, right? So 1 over this guy equals what? 37 over 53. So that is the final answer. Okay, everybody. So this is the part 1. Okay, so let's take a look at part 2. Okay, so no, not part 2. So let's just practice one question. How about like that? Okay. Let's just do the first question together. So 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 5. So everybody, I want you to circle the part that you're going to testify or you're going to calculate first. Which part you want to do first?
4 plus 1 over 5.
Very good. 4 plus 1 over 5. Correct, Serena? Okay, so this one we should know equals what? Equals 21 over 5. So immediately I'm going to just copy the rest of them. I'm not going to touch, but 3 plus what? 5 over 21 because it's 1 over 4 plus 1 over 5.
Do we send this in the chat? Where does the 21 come from?
So 21 Violet equals, so 4 and 1 over 5 equals what? Equals 5 and 4 times 5 plus 1. Get it? Equals 21 over 5.
When you're done, do you send it in the chat?
Yes. Okay, so everybody equals 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 and 5 over 21, right? So 3 and 5 over 21 equals what? Equals 21, Violet. 3 times 21 plus 5 equals 68 over 21. So equals 2 plus 21 over 68. 哎呀，狗蛋，你走开 ！Go away！
My name is Goldie.
哎呀，哎呀，哎呀 ！No!
Smarter than you.
No, Goldie is not comfortable like that, Pan Pan.
No. He's awesomely comfortable. Let's go.
人家在这睡觉呢，你干嘛弄他？我们这脏的是狗窝。哎，你们小朋友是不是特别喜欢住狗窝？So 2 and 21 over 68 equals what? 68 and 2 times 21. Sorry, 2 times 68. So Violet is always 2 times the bottom number and plus the top number. Understand? So 68 equals 136 plus 21. 朋友们快去吧。157 over 68, but it's 1 over 157 over 68, so the answer is 68 over 157. Understand, everybody?
That was easy.
Okay. So I have Elaine get it right, and we have Daniel get it right as well. Okay, good job. So boys and girls, let's talk about this one, okay? So this question, let's take a look at this one. We have a main division. So everybody, we have to do this top and then the bottom, and using the top number divided by the bottom number. Okay, one by one. You're going to try to do it yourself, and I'm going to help you later.谁家的小朋友？
我弟弟。
好了，
刷牙。嘿嘿。
那 Violet frozen 了。
She's blackout.
我去倒个水啊，小朋友。
Frozen.
Okay, so I have received some questions, and you know what, Daniel? Your answer, I'm not saying it's right or not, but the thing is, it's not the simplest for sure. Do you get it?
Like I didn't simplify it technically.
No, we have to when we're talking about the fraction calculation, everybody, the simplest is the most important thing, okay? So let's take a look at the first top. So how we do it? So 1 plus 1 over 1 and 3 over 4, right? Because 2 minus half, quarter equals 1 and 3 over 4. So equals 1 plus 4 over 7, right? Because this one equals 7 over 4. So 4 over 7. So the top one is 11 over 7. So let's do the bottom one. So 1 plus 1 over 4 over 3. So it's 1 plus 3 over 4. So equals 7 over 4. So basically the question is 11 over 3 divided by 7 over 4, correct? So at this moment, a lot of students say, okay, done. No, it's division, okay? It's division. The question is really bad, okay? They just want to make sure that you're making mistakes here. So it's 11 over 7 times 4 over 7. So the answer is 44 over 49.
But I have a question. Are you supposed to flip the fraction like around?
Which fraction?
Like this fraction, right? Aren't you supposed to flip it?
No, because it's the denominator. So
Oh.
it's numerator. Numerator, you don't have to do anything. It's the top. So we just do the top end and bottom. Serena, just a teensy bit mistakes, right? Right? The denominator and numerator was flipped, okay? So when we're doing those questions, it's nothing hard at all, okay, everybody? Calm yourself down. It's going to be very easy, trust me, okay? So number 3 is going to be your own question. So we're going to move forward back to take a look at how do we do the 1 and 2 and 3 times all the way to 91 over 99. Okay, so this question is very popular questions. We have learned it once before, but I'm not sure if you still remember that or not. Okay, so take a look at this one. So the question will be 1 over 2 plus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 12 plus 1 over 20 plus all the way to 1 over 9900. Okay, so I'm always telling my students a very important thing is when you take a look at something super complicated, okay, so there's a one thing you need to trust yourself is no one is bad in this world, okay? So I know this is not related to math, but think about it. Even this teacher who is figuring out the question like that, they're not bad. They don't want to kill you, okay? Because you know what? To really put the denominator the same, the calculation will be like, okay, you don't want to like do any more math as well, okay? But the thing is, there must be an easier way. There must be an easier way hiding there. Understand, Serena? So trust the world, okay? This world is full of good person, okay? Good people, they're good. So let's take a look at this one. So 1 over 2 equals what? Equals 1 minus half, right? Let's take a look at 1 over 6. 1 over 6 equals what? Equals half minus third. Okay, so, and also it is 2 and 3 is just exactly 2 and 3, right? So let's take a look at 12. It's exactly equals 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4. Correct, everybody? And how about 1 over 20, Serena? 1 over 4.
Minus 1 over 5.
Very good. So now, since it's like that, can you just give me an assumption and 1 over 990 equals 9900 equals what? Equals 1 over 99.
99 minus 1 over 100.
Very good. Okay, so now that is the best part because we have a negative half and positive half gone. Negative 3 and positive 3 gone. So you're going to know that actually the last term of the earlier, this number, and the first term of the second number is always crossed out, correct? So that means we will have for sure negative 1 over 99 as well. So it's gone. So the question will be 1 minus 1 over 100. So 1 minus 1 over 100 equals what? 99 over 100. Get it, everybody? Okay, so I'm going to give you a sample questions here. So for instance, if I have 1 over 2 plus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 12 plus all the way to 39 times 40. Okay, so everybody, could you please tell me what is the answer for this question? Mm. So I have received some questions, some answers, okay? And Sarina, congratulations, you get it right. And Elaine, congratulations, you get it right. And Oliver, you get it right as well. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. How do we do this one? So first of all, I'm going to just rewrite them as 1 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 4 and plus 1 over 39 times 40. So first of all, I know that half equals what? 1 minus half. And I know 1 over 6 equals what? 1 over 2 plus minus 1 over 3. And 1 over 12 equals 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4, right? So last one is plus 1 over 39 minus 1 over 40. And I know that each of the number has been crossed out, so all of them are gone. So the question will be 1 minus 1 over 40 equals 39 over 40. Understand, everybody? Daniel, understand? Okay, so now let's move forward. So let's take a look at this one. So this question, okay, so who can tell me how to do it? I give you some time, okay? I'm going to stop here. And because it looks very much like the question we had it before, okay? So just to give you 2 minutes, try to do it yourself. So a lot of students send me the questions answer, okay? So let me see you get it right or not, okay? So this question, a lot of students said, okay, because you have told me 1 over 4 equals 1 minus 1 over 4. And 1 over 4 minus 1 over 7 plus 1 over 7 minus 1 over 10. It looks like exactly like before, right? But the thing is, let me just ask you, 1 over 1 times 4 equals what, Daniel?
1 over 4.
Yeah, so how about 1 minus 1 over 4 equals what?
3 over 4.
So are they equal?
No.
No, they're not equal. So if they're not equal, you cannot just directly transfer this one to this one, right? Because they're not equal. So let's take a look at the next one. Okay, Elaine, can you ask me? Can I ask you? Sorry. So 1 over 4 times 7 equals what?
1 over 28.
So 1 over 4 minus 1 over 7 equals what?
3 over 28.
3 over 28. This one also not equals to that one. Okay, so last but not least, I want to ask Oliver. So could you please tell me 1 over 7 times 10 equals what?
One 1 over 70.
1 over 70. Good job. So 1 over 7 minus 1 over 10 equals what? Oliver?
Huh?
1 over 7 minus 1 over 7. 1 over 10 equals what? 1 over 7 minus 1 over 10 equals what?
3 over 70.
3 over 70. Thank you. Okay, so everybody, this one also cannot be transferred to that one. But if you take a look at it, yeah, so what is the thing? It's actually, they are the same, but to some part, only the 1 became 3, right? So if 1 times 1 over 2 equals 1 over 2, it is also, this is do equals that, right? And when it's 1 over 2 times 3 equals 1 over 6, it's 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3 equals 1 over 6. When it's 1 over 3 times 4 equals 1 over 12, so it's 1 over 3 minus 1 over 4, right? So everybody, can you find out the differences between this whole sets of the number and this whole sets of number? What is the differences? Everybody? The differences is, if you took like this one, this is 1 times 4. The difference is what? The difference is 3. 4 to 7, the different 3. 7 to 9, 10, different 3. So 1 to 2, 1, 1, and 1. Okay? So if I know that this number is kind of equals this one, but just 3 times bigger, very easy. I can just do what? 1 minus 1 over 4, but divided by 3. Correct? So 1 minus 1 over 4 divided by 3 is equals to 1 over 1 times 4. And 1 over 4 minus 1 over 7 divided by 3 is equals to 1 over 4 times 7. And 1 over 7 minus 1 over 10, but I need to divide it by 3 is equals to 1 over 7 times 10. So that means if I have 1 over 97 minus 1 over 100, but I need to divide it by 3. Correct, everybody? So we have learned so many times if we have 4 divided by 2 plus 6 divided by 2 plus 10 divided by 2, all we need to do is just to put 4 plus 6 plus 10 and divide it by 2 in the whole, right? Because all of them have divided by 2. So the same thing is I can just put 1 minus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 7 plus 1 over 7 minus 1 over 10 and all the way to plus 1 over 97 minus 1 over 100. But remember, divided by 3. So all of them are gone, okay? So only the first term, Daniel, take a look at this one, okay? Only the first term and the last term is there. So 1 minus 100, 1 over 100 equals 99 over 100. But you need to divide it by 3. So the answer is 33 over 100. Get it, everybody? I'm going to stop here and let you think about it, okay? Get note to all the logic and everything.
Still frozen.
Okay, so everybody, do you understand this part? Okay, so I'm going to just give you the conclusion, okay? So when you are having a look at some questions like that, okay, everybody, this is, oh, no. Okay, this is very important, okay? So if you have, for instance, 1 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 3 times 4, you're going to find out the differences between each number are 1. So that means when you split them, you don't have to worry about the numerator. Okay, so Daniel, basically it's just the first term and minus the last term. So the 3 over 4 is the answer. But if you have 1 times 3 plus 3 times 5 plus 5 times 7. So how do we do this one? If you see the differences is 2, you still do the same thing. So 1 minus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5 minus 1 over 7. But remember the last part what? Divided by 2. Get it, everybody? Divided by 2 because the difference, this one actually you can divide it 1 as well, but divided by 1 means you're not doing anything. So that's why we didn't do this. So this one, the answer is the first term minus the last term and divided by 2. So equals 6 over 7 divided by 2 equals 3 over 7.
Is
Get
is it like the difference on the bottom? You just divide it by that number? Okay.
Okay. And Serena, you can just always testify yourself because you see this one equals 1 over 3, right? But by split term is 1 minus 1 over 3, which is 2 over 3. Exactly 2 times bigger than the original number. So all you need to do is just to divide it. Understand? Very good.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to give you the question like that. Okay, so everybody, very easy. So 1 times 5 plus 5 times 9 plus 1 times 13, 9 times 13, and plus 13 times 17. So what is the answer? Okay, so that's the first question. Second question, 1 over 2 times 4 plus 1 over 4 times 6 plus 1 over 6 times 8 plus 1 over 8 times 10. So what is the answer? Okay, last one will be a little bit harder, okay? So 3 over 1 times 4 plus 3 over 4 times 7 plus 3 over 7 times 10 plus 3 over 10 times 13. Okay, so 3 questions, your turn.
Screen is black.
Okay, so I have received some answers. Okay, so boys and girls, you're very good. Okay, so I'm just to take a look at the first question. The difference is what? Is 4. Okay, so all I need to do is 1 minus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5 minus 1 over 9 plus 1 over 9 minus 1 over 13 plus 1 over 13 minus 1 over 17 and divided by 4. So because all of them are gone, just the first one and the last one and it divided by 4. So the answer is 16 over 17 divided by 4 equals 4 over 17. Good job, Daniel. Good job, Oliver. And
I
good
was
job,
dumb. I didn't.
Ray. And good job, Serena. Very good. And Violet, yes, your screen is black. Okay, so get it, everybody? So let's take a look at the second question, okay? The second question, the differences will be 2. So all of a sudden, I know that there must be something and divided by 2, correct? So what about the first one? So first one will be 1 over 2 minus 1 over 4. So how do we do it? Just like that, okay? I called it the dragonfly wing, okay? So it's 1 minus 1, 5. So this one's half minus quarter. So plus quarter minus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 6 minus 1 over 8 plus 1 over 8 minus 1 over 10. So of course, all of them are gone. So first term minus last term and divided by 2. So the answer is 10 over 20, 5 over 10 minus 1 over 10 equals 4 over 10 divided by 2. So the answer is 1 over, 1 over 5. Get it? Okay, so Oliver, so Daniel, this question you make a little bit mistakes because I think you're not using half minus quarter, right? You're using 1 minus quarter, but remember, Daniel, the question is always the question of this one minus this one, okay? So you need to make sure what is the
Oh.
range of the first term. So Oliver, good job, and Elaine, good job. So let's take a look at the last one. So I want to ask everybody in this class, what is it? You have to have a sharp eye, okay? So have a sharp eye is very important in this world, okay? You probably think your teacher is super smart, right? And I think every student I have been teaching, they say, okay, Carrie, you're super smart. That's why you know everything. No, not necessary, okay? You don't have to be super smart, but you have to have a sharp eye. You have to have a pair of sharp eyes. Why? Because you notice the things which is different than the thing which is you're familiar with. You find the differences, then you find the conclusion. You compare them, and that is the moment that you became super smart. So let's take a look at this one. This one, actually, there are 2 ways of thinking, okay? So first one, like I said, in order to do any math questions, when we write down the equal sign, that means a lot of responsibility, okay? That means what? That means you truly agree that they are equals to each other, okay? So I'm going to write it down. So 3 over 4 plus 3 over 28 plus 3 over 70 plus 3 over 130. I'm not sure you still remember this or not, Elaine and Oliver and Daniel, because I am the one and Serena, I'm the one who's asking you, what is 1 minus 1 over 4 equals to? What is 1 over 4 minus 1 over 7 really equals to? What is 1 over 7 over 1 over 10 equals to? What is 1 over 10 minus 1 over 30 equals to, right? Everybody, do you still remember? Like literally 10 minutes ago. And Oliver told me it is 3 over 4. It is 3 over 28. It is 3 over 70. It is 3 over 130. So that means for this question, we don't have to do any multiplication or division because they are equals to each other. So how do we do it? 1 minus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 7, plus 1 over 7 minus 1 over 10, plus 1 over 10 minus 1 over 13. So the answer is 1 minus 1 over 13 equals 12 over 13. Congratulations, Oliver. You get it right. Okay, and congratulations, Oliver only. Okay, so the thing is, we want to find a conclusion. Like, if my teacher could tell me why sometimes we need to divide it by 2, why sometimes we don't, right? Remember, when we have this one, and all of you almost understand how to do it because I told you, because the differences is 2, right, Serena? And all we need to do is just to split them and divide it by 2. But why for this question we didn't divide it by 3? Because the differences between 1 and 4, and 4 to 7, and 7 to 10, and also 10 to 13, they are 3. Right? Why this time you're not divided by 3?
There's still on the top.
Very good. The only difference is the numerator. The before numerator is always 1. So this time, remember, it's like 3 times 1 over 1 times 4, plus 3 times 1 over 4 times 7, plus 3 times 1 over 7 times 10, plus 3 times 1 over 10 times 13. Correct? Everybody, do you understand? Okay, so now, like I said, if you have this one divided by 3, we can just plus them together and divide it by 3 in total. For this one, we can also what? 3 times 1 over 3 times 4, plus 4 times 7, plus 1 over 7 times 10, plus 1 over 10 times 13. Get it? This question, we know how to do it. It's 1 minus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 7 plus 1 over 7 minus 1 over 10 plus 1 over 10 minus 1 over 13. This one divided by 3. It is something like we learned it earlier. So all you need to do is just to plus them together. So times 3 and divided by 3 equals what? Nothing happened here. So that's why the answer is 1 minus 1 over 13 equals 12 over 13. Understand, everybody? Okay, so I'm going to stop here and let you think about it, okay? Okay, so everybody, if you understand this one, we're going to moving forward. Is that okay? Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this question, okay? This question looks like it's nothing similar to the thing we learned earlier at all, right? It looks like a brand new question, but if you take a look, like what is the differences between the earlier question and this one is before the earlier question is always one something divided by something and plus. They're all plus, right? But this question looks like have minus and plus. Correct? Okay, it looks like not very friendly at all, right? But everybody, if you take a look at this one, at least we have something good. 6 equals 2 times 3, and 5 equals 2 plus 3, right? And the 7 over 12 equals 3 plus 4 over 3 times 4, correct, everybody? And minus 4 plus 5 over 4 times 5, plus 5 plus 6 over 5 times 6, minus 6 plus 7 over 6 times 7, plus 7 plus 8 over 7 times 8, minus 8 plus 9 over 8 times 9, plus 9 plus 10 over 9 times 10. Correct, everybody? Did you get this one? Okay, so what does it mean? This means it's 1 minus 2 over, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3. Get it? And this one is what? 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4. Minus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 5. Because it's minus, so we need to bracket. And 1 over 5 plus 1 over 6. Get it? So before everybody, we're learning 1 over 2 minus 1 over 3. Serena equals 2 times 3 and 3 minus 2. Get it? But when you change 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 equals what? Equals 2 times 3 and 2 plus 3. Get it? So how we get this one? So minus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 7 plus 1 over 7 minus, plus 1 over 8 and minus 1 over 8 plus 1 over 9. And plus 1 over 9 plus 1 over 10. Get it, everybody? Okay, so now what's next? I'm going to take the bracket out. So everybody, do you understand? It's minus bracket, half plus third. So it's minus half minus third. Understand, everybody, this one? Okay, so minus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 6 minus 1 over 6 minus 1 over 7 plus 1 over 7 plus 1 over 8 minus 1 over 8 minus 1 over 9 plus 1 over 9 plus 1 over 10. So everybody, negative half, third, they're gone. Gone, 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 gone. So the answer is 1 minus half plus 1 over 10. So the answer is half plus 1 over 10 equals 5 over 10 plus 1 over 10 equals 6 over 10. So the answer is 3 over 5. Okay, so please calculate everything. Make sure I didn't make any mistakes.
Carrie, could you explain one more time why 1 minus 2 plus 3 over 2 times 3 equals 1 minus the bracket?
Which part? Which part? Can you circle it?
Yeah, give me a sec. It's like, how does this part turn into this part? One more time.
You calculate it. 5, Serena?
Mm-hmm.
5 over 6. So can you calculate 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 equals what?
Five over 6.
Yeah, 5 over 6. So that's why they're equals to.
Okay.
Yeah. Understood?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so everybody, this question is a little bit complicated. Okay, but still, this is helping you to understand what is fraction, okay? Fraction is really cool. It's half minus 1 over 3 equals exactly 3 minus 2 over 3 times 2. But when you have half plus 1/3, it's exactly equal to 3 plus 2 over 3 times 2. Get it? Okay, so this is something I want you to copy it down. So what is the same thing here? I'm going to share the screen with you. Okay, so if you have something like 2 over 5 plus 2 over 7. So all you need to do is just to put a 2 out. The bottom is 5 times 7, and the top is 5 plus 7. Get it, Serena?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something I want you to copy it down, okay? Because that's the most important part. So here. Okay, so we still have like 3 minutes. So I want to just spend a little bit more time to something like looks very scary. I'm going to introduce a very good friends with all of you. And don't worry about it. If the homework is very hard, we're going to spend another 30 minutes next class to talk about how to do it. Okay, but you know what? If you really carefully take a look at my my notes and my record, I don't think it's going to be very hard for all of you, okay? So let's take a look at this one. So this question is like insanely crazy, right? It's another one. So I want all my students in this class, at least you're learning with teacher Carrie, you know that, you know what? I'm not going to calculate it by hand. Like at least there must be some way that could be easier for solving this problem. This is something I want all of you having confidence that in your heart and telling your parents that, you know what, I'm not going to do like taking all the denominator the same. Okay, so this is some confidence I want you to have if you're learning with me. You tell your parents like, no, I'm not going to do it. Okay, I'm not going to find a 31 times 41 times 51 and just making the bottom the same. It's not going to happen like that. So I want you to take a look. Remember I said sharp eye, right? So if you have sharp eyes, I want you to take a look at each term. Did you find something happened here?
Someone covered it up in white.
Something like something happens.
like-
There is a part is continuously showing up.
All
It is
the
almost like somebody is telling you like, hey, I'm here. Hello, I am here. I am here again, right? So when we're looking at something happen again, and it is very complicated, you could replace it with what? With a number. So we just put it as you. Okay, we said, okay, I don't like you because you are so complicated. I'm making you you. So this equation becomes 1 plus u times u plus 1 over 61, correct? And minus 1 plus u plus 1 over 61 and times u, correct, everybody? Okay, so this part, it's complicated, but it's not really, you don't have to do it. I just want to tell you because this is something we learn next week. So we have 1 times u equals u. 1 times 1 over 61 equals 1 over 61. And u times u equals u squared. And u times 1 over 16 equals u over 1 over 16. Okay, so minus u minus u squared. So everybody said plus. Why does minus? Because it minus the whole thing. Okay, so minus u over 61. Everybody, this is gone. This is gone. This is gone. So the answer is 1 over 61. Get it? Save a lot of time. But if you don't know this part, don't worry about it. All I need to do is at least you know how to replace it because this part we're going to learn it next week. Understood, everybody? Okay, so that's it for today's class, and I hope you enjoyed it because this part is nothing hard at all. Okay, but I really appreciate it. Everybody is trying your best, and most of the students I think understand 90% or 80%. 70% is fine, even 50% is fine. But you have your time to go back to see the video. You can just stop whenever you're not very clear, and if you want, you can just ask your parents to shoot me with a message, and I can explain it to you. Okay, understand? And the last part, don't worry about it. And the homework, if some of the question you don't know how to do it, just to leave it open because we're going to continue learning this part next week. Okay? And especially for the last question, if we do it, the time thing, we didn't learn it before. Next week, we're going to learn it. Okay, everybody? That's it for today's class, and have a nice weekend. And the weather is not so good. Okay, bye-bye.